welcome to the Conscious Pilgrim. My name is Dave Johnston. This is Kirby. Today we're going to talk about weight loss and specifically how to lose weight. And I'm only going to spend a few minutes talking about it because the concept is not particularly difficult. I will take this time to mention again that I am not a healthcare professional. I am not a dietitian or a doctor of any kind. I am a food addict who has lost in the neighborhood of 166 pounds over the last few years. I've tried a lot of things, and I am authorized exclusively to tell you what worked for me.
All right, let's dive in. Weight loss is achieved in the kitchen. So before we can lose weight, we need to find out exactly what we need to carry ourselves through the day. We'll start by determining our resting metabolic rate, or our RMR. This is how much energy it takes for you to sit on the couch all day with your eyes open, essentially.
So that formula to determine your resting metabolic rate is this. And if that seems a little bit complex, we can go to a website and it can tell us exactly what maintenance calories look like and what a reasonable deficit looks like the website at the bottom of the screen right now.
For the sake of an example, my number is this. Once we have that, we can multiply it by 1.2 to find our maintenance calories for the day. Maintenance calories basically means that we don't want to change anything about ourselves at all. From there, we can determine our calorie deficit that we want to be in. This website can do that, but I find it's best to know how these things work anyway. Let's say, for argument's sake, we want to lose a pound per week. Since a pound of fat is 3,500 calories, and there are 7 days in a week, we want to eat 500 calories less than our maintenance number. If we want to lose any more than 2.5 pounds per week, we're likely getting into some dangerous territory, and we should probably be talking to a professional.
That's it. Now you just have to do it every day. Before you go, I recommend 2 things. 1, get the Chronometer app. It's amazing at tracking calories, macro and micronutrients, and will help you. Number 2 is to get a food scale and some measuring cups. If you're going to enter into the app that you have had a specific serving size, you're going to need to know that that's what you had. If you're going to guess, you're going to guess wrong. The goal is to eventually be able to eat intuitively again. In the meantime, we need to train ourselves to eat less. If there's a third piece of advice that I have, it's to eat as much unprocessed food as possible. Processed foods and microwave meals often have sugars and salt additives that are designed to keep you eating past the point of being full. Companies do this because it's profitable, not because they have your best interests in mind.
Body composition and macronutrient tracking take that whole conversation to the next level. It takes those calories and breaks them up into 3 groups: fats, carbohydrates, and proteins. Basically, everything that you eat has some combination thereof. And as much as tracking macronutrients is a big part of what I do, I'm going to save it for another video. Similarly, as much as veganism is a big part of what I do, I'm going to save that for another video too. I want to stay on the subject of weight loss for a couple more minutes because there's something else that I'm compelled to say.
The chances are pretty good that if you made it this far into this video that was made by a self-admitted non-health professional about the science behind weight loss, that you are in a desperate spot, or you're trying to help somebody that's in a desperate spot. Maybe you're even in such a desperate spot that you are less concerned with your overall health and more concerned with losing weight. I want to say 2 things in that case. One is that
Your health is absolutely paramount to all of this. And two, I see you where you are. And I understand exactly what that means. When I first started my journey, my girlfriend and I, we did a juice fast. We watched Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, which is a documentary about a juicing journey, for lack of a better term. And then we did a juice fast for 10 days. Nothing but fruit and vegetable juice. It was very difficult, and everybody around me thought that I was insane. All of my friends thought I had totally lost my mind. Ultimately, what that meant is that they didn't see the value in what I was doing. They saw the value in me as a person. I was enough for them already. But my unrealized potential, I had to chase that down myself. My friends didn't want to see me in an uncomfortable situation, and they didn't want to see me put myself in a situation where I could fail and become discouraged. When I went on this health journey, I went independently of them, and when I made accomplishments, they celebrated with me, because that's what friends do. There are people cheering you on from the sidelines. They might not say anything right away, but they're proud of you. They're just as proud of you as you should be of yourself. I would like to encourage you to take on whatever it is you got to take on. Because the fact of the matter is, weighing your food is crazy. Counting calories is crazy. Tracking everything that you put into your mouth is crazy. But I will say, losing 166 pounds is crazy. And running a triathlon is crazy. Going from an obese man to an athlete is crazy. But that doesn't mean it's impossible. And that doesn't mean that it's a bad idea. At the end of the day, I had to decide that desperate times called for desperate measures. If that's where you're at right now, all the power to you. If you want to reach out, please do. You can reach me through my website, consciouspilgrim.com. There's contact forms all over the place on that thing. I would love to send an encouraging word. It's just me running that site. Nobody else is going to see it. But I hope you see it through. And I hope that when you trip over your own feet, which you will, I promise you, you just get back up and keep going. My name's Dave Johnston, and this is the Conscious Pilgrim.